Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we have a journal setup video for Tiffany. She is one of my patrons at the Custom Chronicles level. And today is her day for a custom journal spread. So she selected this notebook from Archer and Olive. It is a B6 size, so slightly larger than an A5. It's the Frosted Storybook, and it's gorgeous. So let's take a look at that really quick, and then I'll tell you what we're going to do today. All right, so it has decor on all sides. It's just white pages, no like gold or foil or anything there. And then we have foil in the cover. As always, it's dot grid. It has 2 bookmarks. It has the pocket in the back. And yeah. All right, so fun thing today, Tiffany actually requested a complete surprise. The only thing she said was she wanted it to be colorful. And so when I started thinking of that, I thought, you know, colorful is always, to me, when people say colorful, I do pinks or yellows or rainbows. And that's what we do. But this is a lovely teal journal. And that is very colorful and bright. And so I went and found some colorful things in my stock. We have this lovely pet tape here that has the teal with gold on it. I grabbed some coordinating tapes from my own shop. And then I grabbed the Botanist Babe sticker book from Live Love Posh. This is older and I haven't used it yet, I don't think. Yeah, but it has a lot of greens and teals in here that will coordinate. Especially, I wanted to use some of the hanging plants and some of the hanging plants. I thought that would be really fun for part of the spread to do what I call a double Dutch door. It's a horizontal one and it goes like this. So the smallest page is this big and then it works its way out like that. So I thought that would be kind of fun. The other thing is that Tiffany added on an extra journal spread, which I will not film, but I'll show it to you afterwards. But what she requested for that second spread is a Valentine's Day themed Dutch door, and the Dutch door specifically be different than the first Dutch door that we create. So I thought I'd grab this Seasonal Love sticker book from Live Love Posh, and for that I would use the Valentine's Day themed stickers. But I also grabbed, to coordinate, these very light color splotch pink stickers that have these little like florals on them. I thought that would be cool as like some layering or maybe one of the Dutch doors or something. So we'll see. But this one I won't film. I'll just show you at the end of this video. So scroll over to that if you want to see the results of that one. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So for this double Dutch doors, I love that name. We will have this be the first back spread, and we'll do the double Dutch ones here. Now, we need to figure out what order these are going in. So this one, I'm going to cut down the middle to create the bottom and top of a Dutch door, I think. But is that going to go before or after some hanging plants? I need to figure all this out. Also with this, it might be nice to have a thin little tape. I've got some little thin tapes here from Amazon. So we'll see about that. By the way, anything I mention in this video, either it's from my shop or if I mention someone, I probably have an affiliate link or a discount code for you down in the description. So take a look if you're interested. These, I don't know if are still available. I got them at Journal Say. But they tend to get small quantities of many things, and so they cycle through things fairly quickly, so I'm not sure if it would still be available or not. Okay. Let's see. So we're going to use these on one. I think some of the paper stickers will be great as like a backdrop on the very back and front pages. Like the sitting plants, not the hanging plants. And these tapes are going to be great for the upper Dutch doors, for some of them as well. So let me just think about this. Oh, these succulents are beautiful too. How do they go with it though? They don't, the green is a little more greeny and less teal. So that might not work so well. All right. So I'm trying to figure out what order I want to do stuff in. I might want to do like hanging plants, then this, and then more hanging plants. And if that's maybe more hanging plants, depending on how much space we have. So I love these ones and I think they'll go beautifully with this. But just because while Tiffany did say brights, adding the black in, which we'll do black boxes to just finish it off, I think that will add some good contrast to it. And then we have the other brights happening in the florals in here, which will allow us to pull in different colors from throughout. So for this, how do we want these to hang? Do we want them hanging from like a black strip, like a black line? Maybe. Okay, so somewhere I have a thin black one. Let's see, let's grab one. Okay. Here, this is a whiteboard tape. We're just gonna try this and see what happens. This we can move if we don't like it. Okay. The B5 is great if you want to be able to do a lot of decoration while still having some usable space. So that's pretty fun. I just am finishing up using a B5 for my own creative journal, and I'm going back to an A5 just because I like that size better for myself, but doing the B5 certainly was fun. Okay, these are all great for Dutch doors because they're fairly symmetrical. I will have to, I think, we'll see, I will have to cut up the other one because there are 2 pages of each design to get them flipped because they're not symmetrical from this one to this one, for instance, but I think that'll be okay. What if we have it hanging like this and then cut out there? What do you guys think? Yeah, so we have this one too. So then I think we're gonna put just some smaller ones over here just to give a little more space as we go up to have more room for playing with the next one. This little piece folded over, so I just want to fix that up. Okay, and then this one will do. So for the top of this one, because we have, okay, this one I'm going to trim a little so it's not the exact same height as that one, so it'll be a little bit shorter. At the top of this, what do we want to do? Do we just want like a teal strip, or do we want to add any decorations? Not these ones because they're not quite as realistic as those ones. Could do some like pots, or maybe a pot as like a tab. Okay, let's do a pot as a tab. And let's put it here. I'm putting it down first because it's a clear sticker, so I want to be able to trim this washi tape and not see the washi tape behind the clear sticker. Look at how cute that is. Okay, this we need to trim, so let's get it right in there. Okay, so now we can make the cuts on this page and do the back side and get to the next Dutch doors. All right, had to pause really quickly. I got a delivery. I ran out of bubble mailers for shipping things. And so I ordered bulk to stock up. And it's like 2 humongous packages of bubble mailers. I feel like I may have too many now, but I'm going to go through them. So exciting times. All right, so yeah, this back side, we're gonna have to cut up that one sticker to put the matching stickers on the back. You don't have to, but I think it's gonna give a better view on the back side for Tiffany. Like, because this one's pointier than that one, and I just think it'll look overall a little bit better if we do cut it up and line them up. Okay, there's that one. We'll cut out this little bit, and then I'll use my scissors. We're going to use 3 different cutting tools today, guys. So this is my gyro cut, scissors for those straight lines, and then scissors don't get quite close enough to the line here, but the gyro cut is too wiggly right there. So we'll use like a straight edge paper cutter instead. So I may have to fix that little piece up in a moment. Okay, but I have my scissors. And again, the backside isn't always perfect. We'll do what we can. This plant will find something to work with it that'll be close enough, but it's not always going to be 100% symmetrical. We can do little edits, sticker surgery, as I like to call it, to get them as close as possible, like we'll be doing with this by cutting it up and placing each part individually. Okay, so for this, let's use my new Archer and Olive cutting tool. This came in the subscription box. It's very cute. And it goes a nice straight line. I'm not going to cut too hard right now because I'm not quite sure how hard it cuts, and I don't want to cut through other pages by accident. Corners are hard, like right on the edge of the page, because you can't stick in your paper cutter like all the way. So you might accidentally cut through other pages if you are pushing too hard. There. Okay, great. It's both a good and bad thing that you have to twist this, because you can't accidentally like have the cap come off in your pencil case, but it's also a little bit longer to actually open it up when you want to use it. Okay, that piece wasn't separating, so did we get it this time? Yeah, great. All right, look at that. There is our first page. It's got this bright teal green going on, and I love that. Okay, since we're on this page, let's just see what we can put here and see what'll go with it. I wonder if the exact same sticker will work at all or not. So let's just test it and see. See, it goes the opposite direction. It's not like horrible, but it's also not perfect. So let's take a look at a few more. I'm going to have to lift them up and take a look. That, no. If we magically have something perfect, that would be great. Oh, this one is very close. I'm going to have to trim a tiny bit of leaf off right there and trim some of the clear sticker, but that's very close. That'll do. Okay, where did the teal tape go? I always lose things because we have so many supplies. Sometimes easier to go straight with your tapes if you line it up going down instead of sideways. Okay. Trying to cut that very lightly. Alrighty. Perfect. And we already have our plan for the bottom part of the page. So let's go back and find those stickers, which are right here. We used These ones. Oh, should we get the black line first? Yeah, probably. No, let's do it after. I know I'll have to trim this piece with the chain because it's probably going to go over where the little black tape that we're going to put down is, but we'll just go with it. And again, these aren't going to be perfect, but they're going to be pretty close. Like you can see, there's a little bit that I'm going to trim of the clear part of the sticker there, but that's all right. Okay, now this is going to go in the opposite order of what this is. So I'm going to cut that one first and put it here and so on. And every time I make a cut, I'm going to put down the sticker over there so I don't have to keep holding it. All right. I absolutely love a good surprise spread. I do love when my patrons give me like really specific themes or requests too. That can be kind of a brain teaser in its own way, but doing a complete surprise spread, looking through all the sticker books and finding like hidden gems that I'd forgotten about or haven't used yet is also really, really fun. And see, those are fitting pretty well. It's not like a perfect fit because all the foliage and flowers coming out of these little hanging cages are not symmetrical, but they're pretty close. Okay, this needs to go up here. That's right. I was like looking and like, what do I do with this? Okay. Then this one's gonna be there. Yes. Okay. All right. There we go. And this one will go here. And we will trim anything that comes out of where the little black tape is once we place it. Okay, that is going to need to be trimmed, so I'm just going to trim it right now. Trying to make this chain go straight up and down. Okay. There we go. Look at that. That's so cute. All right, so we have our black tape where, again, losing things. So I want to make sure I get all of it covered by the black tape on this, and then we'll trim off any little piece that's popping up past it. We also have to trim a few little things right there. Okay. At the end, as always, we'll put in the boxes or anything extra that's needed. These tiny little bits are where tweezers might actually be helpful, maybe, but am I going to grab them? Nope. Okay, and then all these little bits, probably the easiest way to get them is with my scissors. Just a little fussy cutting. It's harder with the clear stuff with like the gyro cut on your cutting mat. Just a little bit harder to see. Okay, now the upper plant, again, same little thing, though those ones I actually can see pretty well. I think I might use the gyro cut just because there's a lot of turns on this. There we go. Okay, first Dutch door done. Next up, I've been so excited to use this one. So what we're gonna do is cut off a piece that's about as long, just a little bit longer than the notebook and the width. And I'm gonna cut down the middle. It has like all these little gold splatters in the middle of this, but we're gonna ignore them because they're gonna go away anyways when we trim this all. But what we're gonna do is place it so it's like even with these lines, basically, just a little bit extra so we can put down this. But we're gonna do that and then hope that we can find something that works well with it on the backside. But let's just put this down, and before I cut anything, just turn it like this and look, and you can see all of that sticking out. That's nice and bright. It adds the blues, it adds more color. That's very fun. Okay, so we're gonna stick that in the corner and trim this up. And do the same for the bottom side, except I don't think we can actually put it at this line. We're gonna have to make sure we can see it from behind some of these stickers. So we're gonna want it to go about here, actually. So lined up with the bottom corner of that one. Yeah, right about there, I think. Let's just trim this side and then check it. Yeah, that'll do. We can see it right over here. We can see it here. That looks great. There'll be a tiny gap there. That's okay. Okay, so this one I think will look lovely next to these. So let's just see. We can always pull up tape if we don't like it. I think I like it though. Yeah, that's great. All right, so it's time to cut this out and figure out where we can place something on the back side of this. And this is where PET tape will be helpful, so we can like lay out this roll and figure it out. But first we have to make those cuts, and then we can go from there. So I'm gonna press a little harder on this cut because it's going through the plastic clear pet tape here as well as the paper. And there we go. Do that for the other side as well. I'm not going 100% close to the lines on this because I know it won't be a perfect fit on the backside, so I'm leaving a little white space for wiggle room. So we'll see how it all goes. Okay. Oops. That looks so fun. Oh, we're having a little problem here. If ever your washi tape isn't staying down all the way, sometimes it happens on like corners and things. Other times it just might randomly happen if you make a weird cut or something. Like these are both the little cut parts. Just use a little double-sided tape, wipe off any excess, and then it'll stay really well. But it typically, yeah, happens on like folds or little tiny cuts like that. Now we can get back to the regularly scheduled stuff. Alrighty. There we go. Look at this. That is so fun. I love this tape. All right, so now we are just going to be looking at what section might fit. And we may have to go through both sides. So I may have to flip this upside down to take a look. And worst case scenario, we cut them individually and fit them in. We can always do that too. Because these will layer rather nicely over each other too. Okay, yeah. We're gonna flip it and try this side now. Because if we don't have to cut things, that will be way easier. Okay, so this fits pretty well right there, but it doesn't fit all of that great. I have a feeling we're gonna have to cut and place things, which is okay. That would fit beautifully there. That one. Okay. Let's just check the upper one while we're here. See if anything will fit just naturally. But if not, we make it work. Sticker surgery and all that. You know, this section isn't too bad. I would want to squash some things to make it fit, but it's not bad. So I'm actually going to cut right here and right here. And we're going to make this whole section work. We're just going to, as I said, squash things down just a little bit. A few things will be layered over each other. So we'll start with this one because it's kind of like the main largest piece to fit in. I'm just cutting around the shape of these little things. And with this, we will have trimming to do with the white part of the paper. Or sticker, whatever. All right. And the main thing I'm going to try to do is try to keep a straight line here so I don't have to trim a straight line later. And then this one I can put there, but then I could have kept this piece with it, but that's okay. Then we're going to bring in this one a little bit. So again, it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be some white space and things like that. Like right here, we have a little excess, but by pulling this in, we'll have less white space right up there. Okay. And they can just layer over each other for effect. And if there's anything that's really weird, I can always trim it down. But let's see. I think this is going to be good like that. These are my favorite colors. This spread definitely makes me happy. Oh, this one works really well too because this gold part follows the shape of the kind of stuff that's going on the sticker next to it. So that works really well. All right, and then this one, we're just gonna put like that without cutting these two down. Okay, and we're gonna have to do the same thing on the other side. So we'll take from what we've already cut, not go any further into it. Okay, so this, I'm trying to line up to make sure it's still a straight line. All right. So you can see we have a lot of plastic sticking up right now. So we're gonna fix that after we do this part. Okay, so we've got all of this stuff. I think I'm going to try to take from this section, since we've already cut it down like that, And then if I have to, I'll take from this one because that's detached. So let's see, like, just thinking, none of these are really exactly what I want though, so maybe I do have to take from here. Let's just see. Okay. I want to find something that like fits in like that. I'm not quite finding it. So what if we do, what if we do here and then do another smaller one? Okay, that'll work. So if that's the case, I'm gonna cut a little bit off because we don't need it. And then trim this one. This is where it gets complicated, folks. But we will figure it out. We will get it done. Okay. And this one, oh, that would work pretty well. And then honestly, this piece would fit decently. Right, like that. Trying to keep this straight with the line we've already formed will make it all easier. It's close enough. It's not perfect, but these are not symmetrically made stickers. We can't get that all the time. Oh, can I use this one? There's a little bit left. I mean, quite a bit left. Not as well as I'd like. Okay. So then that actually fits really well there. So what I'm going to do is trim a little bit of this one. I'm going to put this one down. Trying to line it up with the line and close enough because we're going to have our little washi tape over it. Now find something that sits down into that better, if we can. This would work if we could like, this one works the best. Okay. That, and then just a little anything right here. So we're just going to use this because it's already cut up. Now, as we do decorations for the rest of the spread, if I need like a little design or something, I can grab from these to like pull the spread more together so it's not just here. We'll see if that happens or not though. Right, so again, I'm going to use the gyro cut to clean up all the plastic. Just because it's all the way down it. I know where it needs to be cut because it's everywhere. I have stickers stuck everywhere. Awesome. Okay. There we go. Look at that. That looks so fun. Okay. Set this stuff aside for now and go back to that sticker book from Live Love Posh and find the other hanging plants to do the very last set. We've got these. I'm going to look at them intentionally for ones that may be more similarly shaped. Like this one is great. And I'm going to put it down so that we see the hanging plant coming under. Oh, almost forgot this part. Let's do that. That wasn't the right one. Where's the other one? This one. It's more teal. The other one, that one was more green. Okay. Maybe more turquoise. All right, so last page of Dutch doors, and then just pulling it all together. Okay. So we have 2 pages of this one and 2 pages of this one. So, but wait, look what I'm noticing. Okay. This and this are not the same, but have similar like things coming down. So that is good to know. Like this one and this one, this is longer, this is longer. So as far as Dutch doors go, they might actually work well together. So just look at the shapes of things. This one is overall fairly symmetrical, though it's a little bit big for what I might want to use. So let's just keep going. This one would work okay if I don't cut in here. If I can remember to cut like that, then this one I think would work pretty decently. So let's go ahead and do that. And again, we're going to lay everything down and then trim things from the top once we've laid down a strip of tape. Okay, let's think. Actually, I want to pick this one up because this is a greener page and the other one was a little more colorful. So I am going to split this up and do this one next. So I can grab the other green one because we've got 2 of each of these and put it here. Okay, now one last one there. Something a little more colorful, hopefully. You know, let's just go with this one and we'll make it work. Because it's only going to be part of it. It fits in nicely like that. Okay. Save that. I have a feeling we can use it later. And then this we used the teal. We've had a lot of green in here. We used black. Here we do have some pink showing up. So what if we use a thin pink one to add some bright. And we'd put it right here and trim off just those little tips right there. So that part and this part. And then because we did that, let's grab, looking at colors we've used, let's grab a, looking at all the tapes here, no, that matches colors pretty well, but I think it might be too crazy with that. Let's just, okay, first let's pick another little tab to go with this of a pot that sits upright. I think these would go decently together, honestly. We'll see. We'll use the bigger one on the front so that we can trim, we can use the smaller one inside once we've cut it up that high so we can see it popping out. Let's just use the pink again. And we'll do it like this, so you'll only see that little bit popping up. There we go. All right. I think this is such a fun mashup between these kind of geode type things and the plants. And it isn't screaming like bright sunny days, but it is bright. So Tiffany, I hope you love this different take on braid. It definitely is a surprise for you. You said do anything. And these double Dutch doors are always so fun to create. And I totally forgot not to cut out that part, but we can make it work. We can do it. All right. Now this big plant, and see how we can work out that section as well. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Then I think last time using the Archer and Olive craft knife, I had just gotten into the subscription box. It literally had been sitting at my house for more than a month. I don't know how long. I don't even remember when it arrived, but more than a month, and I had not touched it. You know, between vacation, advent calendar stuff, and getting sick. And so I finally unboxed it this week. If you missed that video, it's up now. But love everything in there, especially the little like soft cover notebook. It was so fun, and I've been using it all week for my to-do lists. Okay, now let's see if this thing will fit in like I had hoped. Because my hope is mostly fits. Okay, it's going to be really close. I'm going to put this right up to the edge right here. We have a tiny bit of leaf to trim, but overall, pretty good. Okay, now some hanging plants. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so first, This one did look like a pretty good fit. It's not 100% as always. So we're gonna do it like that and have a little bit of the white or clear sticker to clean up. And then which one do I think is gonna fit better here? Because we've got both of these again. Just grab both of them and see how they fit better. Okay. So if this goes here, and where's the other one? Right over here? Then that's too long on that side. What if we do like this though? And then this, but I think then the rope might be too short. So we're just gonna go from this side. Okay. And we'll just make it work and trim a little bit of that leaf. That's okay. All right, now this one is the silly one that I forgot to not cut out that piece of. So that one is here. And we are gonna do some of that sticker surgery that we discussed, I think. Or maybe not, maybe. I can just put it a little bit to the left here. It has a little bit of a gap there, but overall, I only have to cut off the clear stuff. That'll work. Okay, and then we saved part of a sticker, right? If, sticker surgery time, if I cut off the tassel, this I think is gonna work. So, don't be afraid to change the sticker. There we go. Okay, perfect. Now the pink tape. Here we go. Alrighty. That's great. And then this one, the lowest one, is that one. So that'll be like our marker. And anything else will get trimmed. So many sticker pieces, you guys. All right. Now for all this stuff. There's that one. Okay, that one doesn't want to come up. We'll try again in a second. I also ripped that washi tape and I want it to be perfect, so we're actually going to put down another piece of washi tape because washi tape removes easily. Okay. Stickers off. And there we go. Perfect. All right. Now we need to create little beautiful scenes at the top and bottom of the front and back page. And so I was wondering, this was in the Art Journal of Sub box. Is this too neutral for it as like a base that we put stickers over? It might be. It might be. We might just make scenes. Okay. Let's start. Do we put in any like non-plants, like the bath or the workstation, the window? Or these ones are beautiful with all the shelves and stuff. Okay, just looking through all this, making decisions. too green, I think, on those ones. Okay, I think these are going to come back into play up here to pull it back together. Let's do these, but let's also get some of this going along the bottom and then put it with it. No, I think it's okay. I don't think we need that. I think we just make a fun little scene. Let's have the workspace be front and center of this page. I'm going to do it to right here. I've got a little bit left there, so we'll get something in right there too. But first, let's get this going. So there's like a bookshelf next to the desk. And then some plants. All right. Again, there's that little spot, so we'll think about that, see what we might be able to put in there. Let's trim this up and get the other side done on the bottom since we're on this page already. This is a very eclectic spread using so many of the different plants from this book, but I kind of love it. It is just all coming together. So then when you're here, oh, guys, I didn't trim all that. Okay, here we go. I think scissors are going to be easier for this one. There's really no rhyme or reason why I choose to use scissors versus gyro cut when I'm trimming little pieces like this. It's just, I don't know, whatever I'm feeling like at the time. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And looking at the bathtubs, I think I like this bathtub better for the scene just because everything's flat on and this other bathtub was at like an angle. And so, yeah, I think it's going to be better. And then, where did that cute window go? I know this is like an outside window and the bathtub's inside, but I like the look of it, you guys. I like making a little scene and pretend like it's an inside window, okay? Cool. Now we're gonna put some little plants down here to fill that gap. And this one. And something a little bigger right here. Okay, we'll look at any gaps that we have. In a little bit. Okay, so I have noticed that despite best efforts, I'll show you guys, despite best efforts, part of a page has been cut. Let me show you. And after I do Tiffany's other spread, you'll see how I correct it. Because it'll be corrected on this side. But see, this goes all the way up here. So I cut through 2 pages while cutting off this part. So you will see what I do to fix that when I figure it out on this Valentine's spread, which I'll show you at the end of this video. Again, I'm not going to be doing that one on video. Okay. That is great. That looks good. I actually don't mind these white spaces because we'll have some extra journaling space. So now to pull back with more hanging plants wherever they went. Okay, so this one is cut right here. So we're gonna go ahead and put it right on the edge like that. And that's kind of the perfect sizing too. That's cool. Okay, so we need some of these bigger ones for this. And we will be able to layer some boxes if we want to get some more functional space in there. Okay, do we want to bring in any of the black ones too that have the like black chain, or leave it alone? I think it would be nice to pull it in. Let's see if we can, how it'll look. No, we're not going to do it. Okay. It's good per page. All right. And then one that's more just green right here, because I think that'll fit pretty well. Look at that. Okay. Some more hanging plants on this side. And that's good spacing. Woohoo. All right. Here are some more plants. I really like this one. And this one. And then maybe something like this one. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So there's the spread other than boxes, and there's a lot going on. So I doubt, we'll think about it. We always do, but I doubt I'll add any extra decor on the pages because we have decor on the top and bottom. We really don't need much more, right? Like, there's a lot happening in this spread. All right, here are some sets of boxes. This is one of our biggest pages, so let's grab a black box for that. We'll put it over here. I am going to layer a little bit over just the ends of that one because we've got this, so it's still not being seen. Okay, and then, as you guys know, I always use a skinny box for the date. Everyone can do what they want. They could put in like a focus word of the day or the most important appointment or whatever. I like to use it for the date. But we'll have another for this one and a smaller sticker if I can find any. I filmed another video today and I mentioned how I need Mojo Jojo plans to come out with more black sticker books, and I'm going to buy like 8 of each of them because the black ones are my most used stickers and I need more of them. So there we go. All right, we're going to do a similar thing on this page because we've got it like that. And this is here, so I'm going to put this one over here. Oops, that was not straight. Let's fix it for Tiffany. Okay. And then this one can go like that. Okay, do we have anything slightly larger but not like huge? got more of that same size. Okay, we'll do more of that same size. Because that one's here, we're going to put this one here. I like to have them both towards the middle or both towards the end or the edge, just because it adds some symmetry. I don't know, I think it looks nice. Okay, and here again we'll do that, but because we did the edges, or the inside before, we'll do the edges here. And then again, the little one for the date or a focus word or whatever you'd like. Okay, here, let's do up on this side. And then see if a big journaling box will fit in here if I have another black one. I don't have another of the big black ones. Let's go with one of these like classic sized boxes and put it here. There we go. Okay, and then this one can go right there in that little gap. All right, so this is the final spread for Tiffany. Let's take a quick flip, and then I'll show you her next spread from her add-on spread, which she requested a Valentine's theme. All right, we'll be right back to show you that. All right, I finished Tiffany's other spread, so I wanted to show you. So let's go ahead and take a look. I used the Live Love Posh Seasonal Love book. This one's the January through June. There's also the July through December. And then I also used a red washi tape. Okay, so here we go. This was the one we just did, and this is her Valentine's Day themed spread. So I love how this turned out. I used these little scrapbook papers as like some decoration, and I think it turned out really fun. So I did it over here, and then I also put it up here for balance. Again, I'm always looking from corner to corner or top to bottom or right to left. So in that case, did corner to corner. Again, corner to corner. You can see that's a favorite of mine. But I love how this turned out. Let me know what you think. Thank you, Tiffany, for your support. I really enjoyed doing both of these things. Really quickly, just want to share with you, I just opened this up. I couldn't figure out how to merge with this because I wanted to put a few stickers in, but this is from my friend Stephanie. She sent this to me, so thank you. She hand makes her own sticker books at home, so like prints and cuts, and then her husband binds them, and I think that's so cool. But it is just a quick flip of Valentine's Day themed stickers, so you can check out her shop, Porter Arts Design. I think there's a code Amy15 if I'm not mistaken. That'll save you at her shop if you do choose to shop. And again, Amy plans things for Live Love Posh. Anyways, I'm going to go pack this up and get it sent off to Tiffany. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.